morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome along to the wilds of Suffolk. I'm out here yet again doing what I do, walking in beautiful locations such as this, and giving my thoughts and opinions on things that are happening in the world and the public consciousness. If it's your first time here, welcome. I hope you enjoy what I'm doing here today. If you're a returning subscriber, all 870 of you today, thank you one and all for being here. It's amazing to have so many people join me for these walks, so thank you one and all. So, today, quick message. As I said in many videos before, I look at a wide variety of information, everything from The Economist to the deep down the rabbit hole, crazy conspiracy stuff. And there's a few things that are coming up. And the biggest one, which is why the title of this video is, are we on the verge of a false flag event? Coming very, very soon, and I believe we are. And I'll go through that, why I think that, like I say, is when I'm going through information, if there's a common thread from all the different places that I'm looking at, from things like mainstream to deep, dark, conspiracy stuff, if there's a common thread that runs through all that, I have to take notice of it. And I'm taking notice because there are so many things that are very, very odd and weird at the moment that I have to report on it. So, first one is, as I said in the last video, watch for the change of narrative. It's coming. It's coming. You can see it's coming. It's a mile away. You can see it coming. They're going to flip the narrative because the narrative that we've been living with for the last 2 years is dead in the water. They know they can't flog it anymore. They can't keep on pushing it because too many people see it now. So now they're going to flip the narrative into something completely different. Maybe it's going to be climate change. Maybe it's going to be war. Who knows? But what I see coming is a change in the narrative that we are going to see an event. And I've said on my Telegram page, in the next 6 weeks. I know every single time that I talk about dates and the dates don't happen, people just say, well, the information was incorrect. No, it just means the dates. So I'm giving you a date range, next 6 weeks to the end of February. We're going to see some event, okay? Now, how big an event that's going to be, I don't know. I'm talking about this stuff because in hopes that if enough people see it, that they probably won't try and pull it off. That's the whole point I'm doing this, okay? So we've heard about cyber attack. So that's a high likelihood of that a false flag will be done through a cyber attack. Maybe to take down the internet, the power grid, banking, something that they're going to try and blame on Russia, okay? So we're looking at a cyber attack. Could be a false flag, cyber attack, and they're going to try and blame on Russia and say, Russians did this, we have to go into Russia. Everything is about a distraction to get you to look over somewhere else. They want a war, because a war is the only thing that they can use to hide everything that they've done. Because then they can say, well, that's why the economy crashed. It's not. The economy is in decline because it's garbage, it's fraud, all of it. All the money that they've printed, it's all fraud, it's all garbage. It's not worth the money, it's paper it's printed on, okay? We're looking at something, an event, I've said before, maybe an alien invasion, a staged alien invasion, or a cyber attack, or something along those lines for a change of narrative. War, it's coming, next 6 weeks. Now also, while I'm on the subject, everything that we're seeing, and I do mean everything that we're seeing right now, with election stuff, I mean, you name it, war with China and Taiwan and Russia and blah, 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 everything is a distraction. Everything is a distraction. We are in the process of what they're trying to call the Great Reset. They're shutting down the banking financial institutions. This whole thing is on the verge of being replaced. Who knows when it's going to happen? Could happen any moment. We're talking about the other day, El Salvador, that is using Bitcoin as a currency now, was downgraded by Moody's. Yeah, because the price of Bitcoin went down, so the treasury of El Salvador went down, okay? Moody's didn't downgrade Tesla, who's holding Bitcoin in their treasury. Moody's didn't downgrade any hedge funds that are holding Bitcoin in their treasuries. Do you see what's happening? It's all a big stage play to manipulate you into doing what they want you to do, okay? And if you can't be manipulated, then they're going to do something. Maybe another bio attack, another. The first one was, yes. If anybody still thinks that it came from a bat, you're delusional. Wake up. So we're looking at something, I would say next 6 weeks. Maybe I'm wrong about the dates. So don't crucify me about the dates, but we are looking at something coming up, a big event, possibly a false flag. So watch for that. Cyber is what I'm thinking, but like I say, I wouldn't put it past them to do a staged alien invasion either. So watch this space. Anyway, that's it. Short message today. I have an initiative that I'm going to be announcing on my interview on Sunday morning with the guys over at the Comic Book G-Spot. So join me for that interview, and I'll launch the initiative there. Everything we're seeing is coming from the internet media. It's all controlled by a very, very small amount of people that control everything we come into contact with. Every image that we see, every video is manipulated, every speech is carefully written, every word that you hear through the internet, through the media, is all carefully choreographed and put together to maintain the narrative. Who's making up that narrative, and why are we being told that? So, really, really interesting times. I've said before, prepare as best you can mentally, because they're not done with the psychological attacks yet. They're just getting ramped up. So prepare. Perhaps false flag imminent. Be careful of the narrative change. Watch the narrative change and don't get pulled into it. Don't get sucked into it. Don't believe what they're doing in the media. Okay, it is going to be a narrative change for their benefit, to hide, to try and subjugate all the information. Everything that's coming out about what they've done for the last 2 years is coming. They can't stop it. All the corruption is going to be exposed. So a false flag, I believe, is imminent to hide that, to change the news cycle away from what we're looking at to what they want us to look at. Okay, so watch for that. Be careful. Don't get sucked into it. Don't get pulled in. Don't believe all the hype and all the garbage and all the nonsense that you're hearing, because it's garbage. If the last 2 years hasn't taught you anything, learn from that. Okay, the media is lying to you, the governments are lying to you. It is not what they're saying. Just watch the narrative. I've been talking about inflation for more than 2 years now. Watch the narrative change. Okay, pass this on to people so they know what's going on. Okay, people are going to be scared if they don't understand what's going on with the narrative change and why it's happening. They're not going to know how to respond or how to react. Okay, we need to keep calm during all this. They're trying to make us react. They're trying to get us upset with each other and trying to make us fight, divide and conquer. Remember that. Okay, that's it for today. Short message. Get out into the world. Do good. Be good. And you can change the world with the way that you talk, the way that you interact with people, the words that come out of your mouth, the ideas in your head. Everything you're doing is going to influence the world. How are you going to influence it? What are you doing? That's what you've got to decide right now. All right. Have an awesome day, one and all. Love you lots. Look after yourselves. And I look forward to seeing you real soon. Take care. Ciao for now.